Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Robin Moore here from I'm Robtastic. You know, I've been talking about a lot of now that's what I call music stuff for the past few months. Well, it has been become prominent and prominent in the chart listing as the years go by. And many past couple of decades, we had some Virgin albums, the hits and smash hits, Pop Junior, Pop Party, Dance Party, and Ministry of Sound, and Clubland, and way too many more to count. But despite those albums becoming newcomers, that yet now music's still being able to top the charts. And so I would like to get into more detail as I'll be showing you the rest of the 90s and the whole of the noughties of my favorite compilation series. Now that's what I call music. But plus, it gives me and I don't think I've been showing it to you since the summer, but I think it's about time I do. And I've been given a toy pig. The pig that goes oink. Can you pig it? That's right, pig. As you can see, that he is from the 80s. Thought he might like to help out as well. And it is really good though. And so to start off with, let's start off with the 1996, where I've left off on the show and tell series. This is now that's what I call Music 33, which first came out in 1996. Well, I somehow consider it the least interesting in the 90s. Oh, sorry, pig. I mean, look at it. The track listings, lack of acknowledgements. Yeah, with the exception of Don't Look Back in Anger and that Queen song and Blur the Universal and Techno Heads I Want to Be a Hippie. I heard about that on a Big Tunes Back to the 90s album. And also, the most talked about in the Now 100 celebration is Now 34, which also came out in the same year in the summer. And it says 42 hot new hits double CD. And here's the spine. And I don't need to show you the discs because many of you already have them. Pause them at every track, which is good. With Spice Girls Wannabe and Oasis Wonderwall, and there's JX. There's nothing I would ever do. And also we got here is the Macarena and Pato Banton and Underworld. So yeah, this is so cool. And now we get into the as we come to the as I consider it as the golden age of now music, but we're coming towards the end of it now, since because this is now that's what I call music 35 came out in the Christmas time, and the reason why it came to an end of the golden age, that is because it is the very last ever Now album to be released on the record vinyl, and in fact, with Now 35, it'll be having its last spin on the record turntable. Yes, I know that there has been some future releases like the first ever Now album, and now the Christmas album, and now that's what I call classic rock. But that is considerably the last ever proper Now album in volume wise. And that's the golden age of Now music coming to an end. And so that doesn't stop me continuing this as we're getting into the new era. Even though the cassettes are still going at that point, we have here is Now 36, which first came out around in 1997 in the spring. Still going through some ice. One of my favourites is the Bee Gees. Yeah, And there's also Texas and George Michael and 911 and E17. And then there's U2 and Prodigy and the Backstreet Boys and Boyzone and Peter Andre. Oh yeah, and there's also No Doubt. No Doubt is Gwen Stefani, which will be appearing later in the Future Now albums. And this is Now That's What I Call Music 37, which came out in the summer. There's a spine. Again, pause it while you can. Plenty of pausing. You know what to do, guys. And now we get into And That's What I Call Music 38. Christmassy. I like it, the way it's been done. It just says 41 chart hits. But they couldn't think of a better way to put it. Here it is. And there's Chumbawamba, Tub Thumping, I Get Knocked Down. And there's also Hot Chocolate, You Sexy Thing. And there's Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life on that 5-disc album. Now That's What I Call Now, that I showed you on that 2018 annual video. And then there's Now That's What I Call Music 39, which first came out in 1998 in the spring. Perfect. Lighthouse Family, Spice Girls, All Saints, and Run DMC. 41 chart hits. Couldn't think of a better way to put it either. Some of them are cheap. I bought them from That's Entertainment, which shut down, Music Magpie of Amazon, Asda, Tesco, and Morrison's, British Art Foundation, and also a record shop down at the High Street. And then there's Guessing QD. I'm not entirely sure, and anywhere around those local shops. And then we have here is Now That's What I Call Music 40, which came out in the summer. I like it a bit all squares. Here's the spine. There's the Grease Mega Mix on this one. And Peter Andre. And Billy, Because We Want To. And you guys may know from my Doctor Who video that I like Billie Piper. Well, she's also a singer. Yeah. And so we go into Now That's What I Call Music 41, which first came out around Christmas time. 42 chart hits. Yes. Here's the spine. And here's the back. And also the big one. And also another one with my favourite shape around the Now logo is the stars. Now That's What I Call Music 42. First came out around spring 1999. Perfect album. Has Fatboy Slim, Praise You, Boyzone, When the Going Gets Tough, the tough gets going. Yep, Billy Ocean, and they cover version, which is a comic relief song. And then there's the cartoons with Witch Doctor. And there's Ace of Base and TerraVision's Tequila. They used that song in the Teachers episode on Channel 4. And also, and one that is interesting, this is Now That's What I Call Music 43, which first came out in the summer. Look at this cover. It looks more like something you would see off a CITV item back in the 90s, all the way up to the noughties. I like it. Gets me thinking of that logo. And this is really interesting because it has Fatboy Slim right here, right now, which they used in the Story of Now documentary in 2013. And there's Martin McCutcheon. And there's also, interestingly, that Madness came back with a new song called Love Struck at the time. And the first single within a decade since the Ghost Train from Now 8. Amazing they are. And for those who've been watching my Madness video collection with it, I always loved the band. And also S Club 7, Bring It All Back. And there's Sweet Like Chocolate from Shanks and Bigfoot. Worth a listen to. You know, this album and the series becomes the soundtrack of people's lives. And now get ready for the almighty big one. This is, now that's what I call music 44. 42 top chart hits on double CD. And it is the most popular album there is to date, with 2.3 million copies sold in the UK alone, which first came out in the Christmas of 1999. Bestseller. Always the best way to end this millennium. Oh yeah, and there's Britney Spears, Baby One More Time, and Shania Twain. That don't impress me much, and the banger Mambo Number 5, Eiffel 65 Blue, Step to Tragedy, and there's Moloko, Sing It Back, and Phil Collins with the Tarzan song, You'll Be in My Heart, and then there's S Club 7, S Club Party, Lolly, Hey Mickey, not Tony, and then there's Andley 2 times, and there's Venga Boys, we're going to Ibiza, and Shaft Mambo Sway. No wonder why it's a big seller. Oh yeah, and now 43, up to now 48, I think. That they were released as a short-lived format called the mini disc, which only end because it would be for the future. And so to start off this new millennium, this is, now that's what I call music 45, which first came out in 2000 in the spring. Electrical sparky wires. It looks perfect. And here's the back. Again, pause it while you can. And there's Daphne and Celeste, Ooh Stick You. And then there's also Aqua Cartoon Heroes. And there's Honeys and Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears and Craig David. And Blink 182. The 90s was massive. And this here is, now that's what I call music 46, first came out in the summer, which has 43 songs. Perfect. And here's the back here with S Club 7's Rage, like you would hear on Now 100. And there's Oops, I Did It Again from Britney Spears, and Moby Porcelain. So sorry about that. It's one of my pussycats gratting. And as Spinning Around from Kylie Minogue. And there's another one for Backstreet Boys and Coldplay. And Spiller Groovejet. And Darude Sandstorm. Started this millennium off nice and steadily. And next we have here is, now that's what I call music 47, with the rock DJ from Robbie Williams. The one who has 30 appearances on the Now series up to date. And here's the back here. I like it. Rock DJ, Mod Joe, Lady, Hear Me Tonight, and a lot of them. Robbie Williams is on there twice. Amazing, isn't it? And here is the one that has been shown on Peter Kay's Car Share album on the stereo, which has the second song, Pure and Simple, from Hearsay. This is now 48, which first came out in 2001. Here it is. And the back. And then there's Atomic Kitten, Whole Again, and Never Had a Dream Come True from Now, and from S Club 7, and Nelly Furtado, She's Feeling Like a Bird, Isn't She? And It Wasn't Me from Rick Rock and Shaggy. I enjoy that though. And it became higher in price as it went back into the charts. But after that Peter Kay Car Share episode on Series 2. And we have here is, and that's what I call music 49, which first came out around in 2001, around summertime. It has Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue, Robbie Williams' Eternity, and then there's also U2, Blue, All Rise, and Atomic Kitten again. And there's Destiny's Child, Survivor, and then there's random selection, Radiohead, Pyramid Song, and also which is in the halfway point up to now 100. Here is Now 50, which first came out in 2001. 44 top chart hits. And here's the spine. Starting off with Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head, and Westlife's Uptown Girl, DJ Otzi's Hey Baby. And there's Bob the Builder. Why is he on there? Hard to tell. There's Steps 5, and then there's the Annie Nat Farm with Smooth Criminal. And then there's let me see, Daft Punk, Digital Love. And then there's Britney Spears, I'm a Slave for You. And then there's Emma Bunton, Take My Breath Away. I'm not so sure if it's from Top Gun, I'm not entirely sure. But the Berlin one is. And now we get into something that I do have mixed reactions with. Now 51, which first came out in the beginning of 2002 in the spring. Here's the spine. And here's the cover. And there's Blue and Robbie Williams as Club 7 and Britney Spears and Sophia Ellis-Bextor with Murder on the Dance Floor and Kylie Minogue, In Your Eyes. And now there's a song that I'm not a big fan of, and it's from the guy that I don't have much interest in, which is a guy called Daniel Bedingfield with Gotta Get Through This. So I'm guessing that's a better song than the other one that I'm going to come across later. But whatever. This is Now That's What I Call Music 52, which first came out in 2002. Here it is. And it's fine. Follow the Leader. And One Step Closer. And Ronan Keating, George Michael, and Flippin' Phil. And that's Club 7 again. And Madhouse. Guess that they're just trying to do Madonna cover versions, even though she doesn't appear on any Now album whatsoever. And this here is Now That's What I Call Music 43, which first came out around Christmas 2002. Here's the spine. And here's the covers, which has Heaven from DJ Sammy, and Sugar Babes Round Round, and Liberty X, ABS, Kylie Minogue, and Milking, Scooter, Let's Catch Up With As a J, and as Oakenfold. And he's the one who did the Big Brother theme tune. And now the one that I'm talking about. Now That's What I Call Music 54, which first came out in 2003. My least favourite album of the 2000s, and you'll see why on the second disc at the beginning. And that's the reason why that I do not like this. That I do not like the song. But some of them are okay on this album. And next one here is Now That's What I Call Music 55, which first came out in 2003 in the summer. You can tell by its setting. And it has Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River, which is the mostly used song on that 5-disc album, and the second disc of the Now Classics on Now 100. Get your official Now 55 ringtones inside. Oh yes. And I do hope Adam Martin and Style Cut Music Productions is watching this. This is going to be awesome. And over here is Now That's What I Call Music 56, which came out around Christmas 2003. Here's the spine. And the track listings. You know, as I enjoy the Black Eyed Peas, Kylie Minogue, and then there's Sugar Babes, Hole in the Head, and Jamelia Superstar, and there's Club 7 Showdown, Ultra Beat, Pretty Green Eyes, and Girls Aloud, Life Got Cold, and then there's Elton John and Nickelback and Mark Owen. This has got some interesting now factors. 43 songs. And this here is Now That's What I Call Music 57, which came around Easter of 2004. This is very good. Feels like we're catching up. Here's a spine. And its track listings, which has Britney Spears' Toxic, Kelly's Milkshake, DJ Casper's Cha-Cha Slide, and a lot of track listings there that many people have recollection of, like Snow Patrol and Special D, and there's Will Young and Blue, and there's VS and Ronan Keating, and we're getting into And That's What I Call Music 58, which came out in the summer of 2004. Looks like that summer album from 1986, which I might do in the future video, using the ringtones, advertising at the bottom again, and it has Lola Steam and Some Girls from Rachel Stevens, and Ozone's Numa Numa. I love it. And we get into this Christmassy one. Love the cover. Now That's What I Call Music 59, which came out in 2003 or 2004. Sorry, lost track here. And here's the back here. It may be like now 16, but not always seeable. And it also has 3 of a kind baby cakes. Get out this drink here. And now we have here is Now That's What I Call Music 60, which first came out around spring 2005. A great one. And it has Gwen Stefani, What You Waiting For, from Now 43. And then there's Amarillo at the end of the album. Perfect way to end it. Great track listings. Some of choice. And we have here is Now That's What I Call Music 61 in the summer 2005. Here's a spine. And here's the track listing, which has James Blunt, You're Beautiful. Hate that song. And then there's Crazy Frog, Axel F, and Gorillaz, Feel Good Inc, and Body Rockers, Hard Fi, U2, and Natty Imbruglia, and Coldplay, and Akon with the song called Lonely. And also we get into another one of my favourite albums. Now That's What I Call Music 62, which came out in November of 2005. I love it. A month before my 10th birthday. As Sugar Babes Push the Button, Robbie Williams, Tripping, Girls Aloud, Biology, my all-time favourite song of that album, and McFly, I'll Be Okay, and there's also Gorillaz, Dare, and Gwen Stefani's Holla Back Girl. Perfect. And also this from 2006 at the Easter. Now That's What I Call Music 63. This is really interesting as years go by. And here's the track listing. We're not getting into any more detail as I get on, just to save some time. And this here, just to end this video a bit earlier than in the collection. I may even do the rest of it in another video, but I'll be best doing it until then. And now this here is Now That's What I Call Music 64, which first came out in summer 2006. Has 43 songs, which has Gnarls Barkley, Crazy, Nelly Furtado's Maneater, and Infernal, From Paris to Berlin. And then there's I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker, and there's 9 to 5, and Pump It from Black Eyed Peas, SOS from Rihanna, and Lillian, and then there's also Lily Allen's Smile. And then there's also the Zootons Valerie and the Automatic Monster, worth a get. And now this is interesting because this is the very last ever Now album to be released on an audio cassette. There's been limited amount of copies being sold in the UK alone. This is really interesting. People are still trying to get their hands on the cassette copies. So yeah, I might even do the series again in future. But I would like to complete this showing of the show and tell of the Now That's What I Call Music collection. I'd like to say a big thanks to the pig for being at my side, help me out.
Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. Oh yes, I like these albums.
Yeah, thank you. And also like to say a big thanks to you guys for watching this continuation of my Now collection. Please hit that like and subscribe button down below. And so better be heading back to my jukebox and also show you my future Now albums in another video. And this is me, Robin Moore from I'm Robtastic, gonna be signing you off.